Do you think that it's a mere coincidence that more than 12, probably around 18 cases have been withdrawn against Mr. Matlala over the years?
Knowing him now, absolutely, I don't believe that is coincidence.
So there's something rotten with the system?
Now, knowing who Matlala himself is and the power of money that he commands.
Is it really a coincidence that between 12 and 18 criminal cases were withdrawn against Vusimuzi cat Matlala? Many people are asking this question. Today we will look closely at what happened. We will try to understand the reasons, the history, the people involved, and what it means for justice in our country. We will also listen to what important voices have said, and we will try to stay fair and clear. To start, let us set the scene. Cat Matlala is a name that has come up in different investigations. He has been linked to business deals, to political connections, and to stories that look like they involve big money and influence. Over time, reports showed that many cases tied him did not move forward. Police investigations stalled. Witnesses changed their stories, and prosecutors at times withdrew charges. The list of dropped matters grew, and by the time the public looked closely, it seemed like a pattern rather than a single mistake. History helps us understand how this could happen. Our justice system has roots and rules, but it also works with people. Prosecutors and police make choices every day. Some cases are weak and must be dropped for good reasons. Some witnesses are unreliable. Evidence goes missing or crimes are hard to prove. We must accept that not every withdrawal is suspicious. Still, the number matters. 12 to 18 is not 1 or 2. It points to more than ordinary failure. Across the years, South Africa has seen episodes where powerful people were able to slow or stop probes, and that memory makes citizens watchful today. Now, let us bring in the voices. Former Police Minister Bheki Cele weighed in.
Yeah, I don't believe that is coincidence.
So there's something rotten with the system.
And said he does not believe these withdrawals are coincidences. He pointed to Matlala's influence and the money he controls. When a former minister speaks like this, people pay attention. It raises concern because a minister sees systems from the top. Cele's view suggests that money may have been used to influence investigations, to press people, or to change the course of prosecutions. On the other side, Glynnis Breytenbach said there is something rotten with the system. Her comment hints at systemic problems beyond a single person. When senior legal figures say the system is rotten, it becomes a signal that deeper reforms may be needed. These voices matter because they come from people who know how prosecutions are meant to work. But we must be balanced. There may be other reasons. Sometimes cases are withdrawn because the state lacks sufficient evidence. Witnesses may retract statements or refuse to testify. Legal technicalities can make a case impossible to win. In some situations, the wrong people were charged, and withdrawing is the only honest option remaining. It is also possible that police or prosecutors made mistakes, or that files were poorly prepared. Weak institutions will sometimes fail without deliberate corruption. The challenge is to show on the record which of these explanations fits the pattern we are seeing. When many cases involving one person are withdrawn, we should test competing explanations. One test is to look at timing. Did the withdrawals happen after sudden wealth appeared? Did they follow meetings with powerful people? Another test is to study the reasons recorded in court files. Courts and prosecutors usually record why a case is withdrawn. If the reasons are vague or repeat the same pattern of missing witnesses, that can be suspicious. If the reasons vary and are well documented, that points towards ordinary legal problems. We should ask for the documents and read them. Public scrutiny often brings clarity. We must also look at institutions. The National Prosecuting Authority, the police, and watchdog bodies must be strong and independent to avoid manipulation. If those institutions show signs of weakness, then influence and money find their way in. Some people argue that the system is under-resourced and under pressure, and that these real problems create openings for those with money. Others say the problem is deeper, networks of influence that reach into legal offices. If networks exist, they can protect chosen people and harm those without connections. Public trust is a key casualty. When citizens see cases dropped, they ask whether the law applies equally. If the law seems to favor those with means, ordinary people lose faith. That loss of faith, can be worse than any single case. It can weaken rule of law, reduce cooperation with police, and harm democracy. In the long run, it hurts the poorest who depend on fair process the most. Trust is hard to rebuild once broken, so even the appearance of unfairness matters. So what can be done? Several paths are possible. First, we need clear records and public explanation when major cases are withdrawn. Prosecutors should detail their reasons in open documents. Second, oversight must be active. Bodies that watch the police and prosecutors need resources and independence. Third, whistleblower protections should be strong. If witnesses fear for their life or safety, they will change stories. Good protection encourages truth. Fourth, courts must be allowed to see the evidence with full transparency where possible, and independent reviews should be permitted to check whether withdrawals were justified. We should also consider the political angle. Politics and crime often mix in messy ways. Political actors sometimes make statements for public gain. A minister like Bheki Cele may be speaking from concern or from political motives. We must not dismiss anyone's words, but we must weigh them. Likewise, critics like Glynnis Breytenbach come from different positions and may have their own aims. The smartest approach is to examine facts, not personalities alone. Ask for evidence, for court records, and for independent audits. Let the facts guide conclusions. Looking forward, the stakes are high. If nothing changes, public cynicism may grow and honest officials may be discouraged. If reforms follow, the withdrawals could spark a stronger system. We cannot predict exactly which path will win. Yet, public pressure often moves institutions. If citizens, media, and civil society demand answers, reforms are more likely. A hopeful path will be more transparency, more prosecutions where strong evidence exists, and stronger protections for witnesses and whistleblowers. In conclusion, the withdrawal of 12 to 18 cases linked to one person is more than a small mystery. It raises questions about how our justice system is functioning and who truly holds power. The views of Bheki Cele and Glynnis Breytenbach are important and should be taken seriously. At the same time, we must keep a fair mind and demand proof of wrongdoing before declaring guilt. The right response is public scrutiny, careful investigation, and stronger institutions so that justice is fair for all. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and hit the bell so you do not miss future updates. Tell us what you think in the comments below. Do you believe these withdrawals were a coincidence? What do you want investigators to look at next? Share your thoughts and please like and share this video so more people join the conversation. Thank you for watching.